The destruction of the Beis Hamikdash changed the world drastically and dramatically. Wherever you go around the world, you can feel Churban Beis Hamikdash. It is felt profoundly in Rome, especially by the monuments that commemorate the Roman victory over Jerusalem, especially at the Arch of Titus. One of the most dramatic scenes in all of Imperial Rome, the Arch of Titus, depicting the Roman legion turning away various vessels, various keilim of the Beis Hamikdash, including the iconic menorah. But when Titus destroyed the city of Jerusalem and burnt the temple and plundered the keilim of the Beis Hamikdash, the shulchan, the chatzotzros, and especially the menorah, and he brought them back to Rome, and he exulted in victory, retribution was soon to come. Just go to the city of Pompeii, where you'll see how the city was destroyed when Mount Vesuvius erupted and covered the whole city in volcanic ash. Okay, we're at the gate of Pompeii. I just want to give you historical background of when this destruction took place in the context of Jewish history. Titus took over the job of destroying the temple. 9 years later, Vespasian dies, Titus becomes the emperor. The year Titus became the emperor of Rome, this city was destroyed. Rabbi Beryl Wein writes, it's not a coincidence. The moment Titus took power, he was paid back measure for measure. Terrible catastrophes happened as soon as Titus took place. You can travel as far as France and you'll see the power of the Roman Empire and how far it extended. Okay, we're at one of the great historic sites in the Provence, Pont de Garde, which is the Roman aqueduct. So this was built in the year between 60 and 80 after the Common Era, and this is one of the greatest architectural feats of the Romans. You know, the construction of this site means Churban Yerushalayim, and that's exactly when it happened. The Romans came, and as part of their conquest of the European continent, they destroyed the second Beis Hamikdash. So this is really a monument of the Churban. You'll see their impressive buildings and structures, and these structures represent not only the power of the Roman Empire, but it represents the destruction of Yerushalayim. As the Gemara teaches us, when Rome rises and ascends, Jerusalem descends, and the power of the Roman Empire represents Churban Beis Hamikdash and Churban Yerushalayim. But amazingly, you can gain an appreciation for the beauty and the grandeur of Yerushalayim and the pain of its destruction by beholding the natural beauty around the world. The Brisker Rav was asked, how should one be moved by watching and looking at the beauty of the Alps, the Harei Ho'alafim? What should one see when one looks at the Alps? And the Brisker Rav says, well, the Gemara says that 10 measures of beauty descended to the world. 9 of them were taken by Yerushalayim, and 1 to the rest of the world. Therefore, says the Brisker Rav, when you see the beauty of the Alps, what you're really seeing is the beauty of Yerushalayim in Galus. So amazingly, merely looking and beholding the Alps is an exercise in appreciating Churban Beis Hamikdash. Aside from seeing the Churban in the natural beauty of the world, when one sees the power, the prestige, the wealth, the riches, the affluence of the nations of the world, of the kings of the world, when the Chida looked at that, the Chida was saddened that those who violate the will of Hashem are so successful. But on the other hand, it infused the Chida with great hope, similar to Rabbi Akiva, because the Chida said, if the nations of the world, if the kings of the world who have violated Hashem's will enjoy such success and happiness, al achas kama v'kama, all the more so, will Klal Yisrael and the Melech HaMashiach enjoy happiness, affluence, and the greatest of success. And therefore, when the Chida visited the Tower of London and he saw the riches of the royalty of England, on the one hand, he was saddened, but on the other hand, it inspired him to yearn for the great day of the coming of Mashiach. Okay, we're here rooftop in the old city of Yerushalayim, looking over the Har HaBayis. below we could see.
By the 5 arches on the right, we see the Makam of the Azara. This area is where housed the Kiyam of the Beis HaMikdash, the Mizbeach, and then further in the Menorah and the Shulchan. The place in the world today where we can feel Churban Beis HaMikdash most profoundly is in Yerushalayim, especially looking at the Har HaBayis. The Kliyaka writes, if you merely look at the Azara, you will be a different person forever. So now take in the opportunity. You're looking at the holiest spot in the world. We don't have a Beis HaMikdash today. It's Shu'alim Hilchul. The foxes roam on the Har HaBayis. Many Sfarim teach us the Shu'alim is Yishmael. But on the other hand, when we see Yerushalayim and we look at the Har HaBayis, we dream of the great day, of the coming of the redemption, of the coming of Mashiach, when we will be zoicha to build the Beis HaMikdash, and the Beis HaMikdash Shel Mala will come down from Shamayim on the Har HaBayis and infuse the Beis HaMikdash Shel Mata like a neshama fills a guf. Be'ezras Hashem, may we all merit Sheyibane Beis HaMikdash b'mhira v'yameinu. Amen.